Welcome back to the Engaging Kingdom Business podcast. Sometimes that's a mouthful.
Engaging Kingdom Business podcast.
Should we just say EKB podcast from now on?
I don't care.
The EGBA podcast. EGBA. I don't know. Welcome back. It's
Hi.
good to see you. It's been a while, but we're back. Here we are.
We're here.
We're here. Today we're talking about culture of honor.
Yes, the culture of honor.
Do it.
Well, I get super excited about this because a lot of people want to know, like, okay, if we engage the heavenlies, what's that like? Well, the one thing I always say is the one thing that is overarching is this culture of honor that's in the heavenlies.
Okay.
So everybody is always honoring one another for the gifts that they bring. All the time. It's like you think you're the most important person that ever existed because you're so honored.
So good.
And then you honor the next person and it feels the same way. It's very strange and wonderful. But it's something that I feel like, okay, growing up in the United States, in the area that I'm at, I mean, we don't really honor people in sufficient way.
Sure.
I guess that's not really our culture. We kind of have, well, I got to be the best that I can be. And a lot of people, we even have in the schools today so much bullying and stuff. It's completely the opposite.
Oh, it's like the opposite of honoring.
Right. And then you go to another country and you're like, what? This is awesome. People are really honoring. But when you're in the heavenly realms, it's like 100 times the best honoring that I've seen in other countries. And so when we are doing business from the heavens into the earth, we have to carry that culture of honor with us to where we look totally different.
Yeah.
And you kind of see this. Okay, I'm going to give a really cheesy example. Okay.
I have a good example too, so give yours first.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
okay?
gosh.
Okay, but think about Chick-fil-A. All right. Now we know.
This episode brought to you by God's Chicken.
They're not all Christians, right? But they have this culture of honor that they have put into things. They're always saying, my pleasure. I'm trying to please you. I want to serve you in the best way.
Honor, or is that being polite?
I think it's probably being polite on the most part. But I'm just saying we can look at certain businesses and go, wow, they have really great customer service. They're doing
Which
something
is honoring.
that goes above and beyond.
Right. Okay, that's good.
And so they stand out in a way that, I mean, how many times do we hear, well, if only our election was done by Chick-fil-A, because we know it would go a lot better.
It would get done, yeah.
Yeah, but we need to be the people that are known for honor. And I'm not saying we need to be known like Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying if we honor people and what they bring, then all of a sudden we start to stand out in a different way and people go, I want to do business with that one.
That's a really good topic. I like this because most companies will say we pride ourselves on like quality product and excellent customer service. But I feel like it takes it another level, a level deeper, if you say that we are going to excel in honoring, and out of honoring people, you have excellent customer service.
Right.
So it's where it's birthed.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think the other thing that comes from the honor is also knowing who you are, like realizing your identity and how you actually have worth. Because a lot of times we have a tendency to go, well, I can honor that person, but I'm really uncomfortable with being honored myself. Right?
Right.
I mean, this is kind of a problem with a lot of people.
Sure.
It has been with me. And there are times when I go, well, I don't know. I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable. So I want to put, maybe I'll just lower my price a bit because I just want them to be, think that I'm worth something. And actually it kind of is the opposite. It's like we need to understand what we bring to the table and what we are worthy of. And we also need to understand what other people do. And so we don't just go with the cheapest we can possibly get when we're going and getting business cards made, whatever it is. I mean, I have a tendency to do that. And this is something that it's not the honoring way. What you do is you go, wow, that guy is a freaking great graphic designer and I want to honor him for what he brings. And so I'm going to pay maybe a little bit more to really honor what he brings, because it's quality that comes, and it's something that you are saying, I honor what you're doing. And if you can't afford it, honor them with trade, whatever it is. Like, you can honor people in every aspect of your business.
So I have to say a couple of things. I have two stories now, two instances. One, I want to first talk about when I've felt led to honor somebody for their work. So Andrea Dugo, who's a part of our Source ministry, she has Arise in His Light painting, what prophetic art is what, I don't even know the whole phrase, but we'll call it that. Arise in His Light, prophetic art. Yeah. And so she had felt led by the Lord to start doing this. And because I also know that I have a mandate to help people realize their kingdom dreams and really step into that. So I watched her really stepping into that. And so, number one, I wanted to support her in her business, but what it boiled down to is when I wanted to buy a painting, she gave me a price and I was like, ooh, that's a little more than I was willing to pay. I didn't say that, but I struggled with it there for a moment. And I was just like, oh, like, I don't know. It's kind of a lot of money. And then I really just felt the Lord lead me to honor her in what she's doing and pay that price. And so where it was something I really didn't want to spend at first, the Lord moved on my heart to say, hey, honor that and what she's doing, honor her and what she's doing. And so then now it's become, anytime that I have her do a piece of art or she sells me something, whatever, there's not this weirdness about the price that I'm paying. I know she's not gouging. Right. She's, and I know that her prices are based on what the Lord has showed her that she's worth. And so it was interesting because in the beginning I asked her, well, how much do you want for it? She's like, I don't know. And she's weird about the pricing because she didn't know. I said, well, press in, see what the Lord says your time is worth. Yeah. And so then the Lord gave her a formula, and that's the formula she uses for all her stuff now, and that's what she charges. And so I encouraged her in that, and this is how the Lord has led her. So now it's like every time I know that this is what the Lord has showed her she should charge, and He showed me you should pay that. Right. On the flip side, I've been a recipient in that regard through a church that I work for here in the city. And the pastor there has hired me for multiple projects. And every time I give him a price, he doesn't blink. And he also often coaches me to charge more for my time because he sees a value in me that I don't necessarily see in myself. And so what he does is when he's paying my prices, he's actually honoring the value that he sees in me. And so I've been a recipient of it, and I've been a giver of it. And it's just it's a very different way to do business. You're doing business with the people and honoring them rather than just paying for a product or a service. Right. And so there's that extra level to the business that's being done.
That's good. You know what I think? If we can start out by just really focusing in the heavens and going, Lord, what is it that I'm worth? What is it that my time's worth? What is my product worth? What is all of this worth? What do you say that I need to charge? Because I'll tell you, this was a real struggle with me when I started doing ministry, and I was doing these private appointments with people in Engaging Heaven. And at the time, I was just doing it all for free. And I was getting really overwhelmed, actually.
Oh, I remember.
And the Lord told me I needed to start charging. And I was arguing with him like, but I can't charge for prayer.
I can't charge for ministry.
Right. And the Lord just said, you need to. And this is also about what they invest. So, and I've learned this through business. If people invest, they take it more seriously. Yeah. And they get more out of it. And so if they're not investing and it's free, then all of a sudden they're like, okay, I'll take it or leave it. I might show up to it. I might not. I don't know. And they won't invest in their healing, their whatever it is. So I found that in my businesses that if I give things out for free all the time, which I have a tendency to do because I'm a giver. Yeah. If I do that, people don't value it. They'll let something sit on the shelf instead of use it. Yeah. Because they don't see They have not invested in that.
Right.
But if they go, oh, I'm going to invest $100 in this, then they're probably going to be more apt to do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's important that we understand that the Lord has set us up to be creatures like this, that we trade into things, you know, so we need to understand that if it's a valuable trade for somebody, they are going to honor it more. And so we need to not be cheapskates because we're trying to give people a deal or give them a break, because sometimes it has to do with their sacrifice before the Lord. So, yeah, it's kind
That's
of a big
huge.
deal.
That is a big deal. So what's our takeaway? Is it go ask the Lord?
Isn't that always the takeaway?
That's always the takeaway. Is
I
go
think
ask
actually
the Lord.
that is what it is. It's go ask the Lord, what are you worth? And are you also honoring people in what they're worth? Those are the things, the people who work for you, the people who you do business or ministry with, the people who, you know, you're buying business cards from.
Yeah. And just press in more. And I mean, that phrase, culture of honor, before the podcast, I said, hey, I need you to lead this one because I'm not so familiar with the phrase. And I haven't experienced a lot of that in the heavenlies. I mean, the Lord always honors me because of, who I am to him and in him. But you seem to have more understanding, more experience with that. And so I think if you're kind of in that same boat as I am, take that phrase, culture of honor, ask the Lord to reveal to you what it means, to show you, help you experience it, and then take it a step further and look at your business and say, how do we establish a culture of honor within our business, or have we? Yeah. And I think that that example, it's like, hey, we want to have great customer service. Hey, well, what if we just say we want to honor people, and that births a great culture of service?
Exactly.
It's huge.
So
it's
cool.
like kind of mind blowing for me. So tweet that. Maybe if you have Twitter. We're not on Twitter, so you can't tweet at us, but you can just tweet it.
Yeah, true that.
Yep, that's right. So don't forget to head on over to engagingkingdom.biz, where we offer our course, and we're still offering our monthly group. We're trying to hit a goal on how many people we have in that group before we actually pull the trigger on our bi-monthly or bi-weekly. I
don't know
meetings.
how you say that. It's every other week-ish.
It's every other week-ish.
It's twice a month. Okay.
Twice a month.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Yeah.
Whatever the correct
whatever
phrase
the
is.
heck that means. Yeah. Awesome. All right. That's all we got.
Awesome.
All right. We'll
go
catch
ask
you.
the Lord.
That's right. Go ask the Lord. Bye.